Good morning. Good morning. It's your man. It is early. Friday, March 20th. Uh, First day of spring was yesterday, and I broke out the golf polos for my golfing partners, people who enjoy golfing. We got the golf polos. We carry them small all the way to 2X, and they are $40, and we'll ship that to you. Put additional $5 on that. You could DM, Cash App us, or you can PayPal us, and we have them in black as well as the blue, and we have the black with the red uh, Ephesians 5:1 Echo Christ logo. And then, of course, we have the blue with the black and the baby blue. So I'll probably do a video tomorrow and I'll have the polos on. I might just have both of them. That way I can show you guys what we got going on. But today is day 2. Yesterday we talked about 3 businesses that you can start for under $500. And I'm gonna do a part 2 to that. But I'm not going to talk about those businesses. I want to talk about how to look at revenue, or how to look at income, how to look at resources, because this is the area where a lot of people, you hear this term or terminology, you hear financial literacy, or people are financially illiterate, meaning they don't know how to read money appropriately. They don't know how to go out and appropriate money. So I want to give you the short course, okay? This is how to look at money 081, not even 091. We're going all the way back to fundamental PK kindergarten, how to understand and look at money, okay? Number 1, get this out of your mind. Don't look at money from a cultural or a ethnic, or people use a race like white people, black people, Asian people. Now those things are all true, but you don't look at money that way. That's the first way that you get tripped up, is you start looking at people, what other cultures make, what other people make. Get that, yes, those numbers are true, but don't get caught up in that. Why? You need to look at number 2. Look at what the actual numbers are. For example, and this is not dealing with education. We're not dealing with race. We're not dealing with ethnicity. We're not dealing with location and city. Understand this. Look at, first of all, what is the average amount of money that an individual living in this country makes? The average monthly income, average weekly income is $930 a week. That's roughly 48,500 a year, 48,500 bucks a year. So when you start looking at where you are sitting financially, okay, start looking at what is the national average. Don't look at quote unquote occupation that you're in versus other people. No, because all those things will trip you up. They'll get you caught up and get you discouraged. What's the average monthly, weekly income of any individual walking around in this country? The average is $930 a week. The average annual is 48,500 bucks. Now, that's the starting place. So now you look at what you do versus what the average individual does. Don't look at race, don't look at geographical location, don't look at education. Look at just the raw numbers. Okay? Second area. What's the bottom 10%? Okay? What's the bottom 10% of people who are working 40 hours a week? Remember, don't look at job, don't look at occupation, don't look at education. What's the bottom average income of the bottom or low 10%? Here it is. The average person, the low 10% who's working 40 hours a week, makes $430 an hour. 430 bucks a week, 40 hours a week. That's 22,000 a year. That's the average of the worst wage earners, the bottom 10%. And I'm not calling people bad. This is what the numbers are, okay? This is why you can't get emotional when you're dealing with money. Numbers are what they are. Remember, I talked about a couple days back on the podcast, Ninth Zero podcast. There's history, there's narrative, and then there's truth. Don't get caught up in the history, what other people have recorded, because oftentimes that's not right. Don't get caught up in the narrative. What's the narrative? What people are telling you right now. You get caught up in the truth. The truth of the matter is the low 10% who work full time, the low 10%, the bottom 10%, make $430 a week, 22,500 bucks a year. Okay? So you have the average at 48,000. The low 10% is at 22,000. And then look at the top 10%. The top 10% on average make $2,870 a week. That's $149,500 a year. $149,500 a year. Okay, this is as of year over year. 2018, 2019, or 2019 and 2020. And remember, I don't like quoting numbers. Why? Because you can find different numbers from different sources to fit whatever the story or whatever the narrative is. So I'm looking at 2019 to 2020, February 2019 to February 2020. This is as of weeks ago, on average, prior to the coronavirus hitting, quote unquote, allegedly. All right, now, why is that so important? Because when you start looking at making extra money, when you start looking at starting another business, you need to have something in mind. What are you trying to make? What extra are you trying to make? Are you trying to replace your income? Are you trying to get to ground zero? Meaning, I got to get to XYZ so I can start paying my bills. Or am I trying to get ahead? Meaning, I make enough to take care of my family right now, but if something was to happen to me, I don't have any extra. And that's legit. Why is that so important? I'm glad you asked. Morning meditations. Once again, day 80 on the calendar, March 20th. Got the polos jumping for our golfers. Check this out. Today's scripture is Luke 19, verse 13. And it says this. I'm going to pull from the NLT. Before he left, he called together 10 of his servants and divided among them 10 pounds of silver, saying, invest this for me while I'm gone. I'm going to pull from the NIV. It says, so he called 10 of his servants and gave them 10 minas. Minas, M-I-N-A-S. M-I-N-A-S, meaning, quote unquote, talent or money or resources. Put this money to work, he said, until I come back. King James says, do business until I return. Why is that so important? Because you are called to be profitable and fruitful while you're here in the earth, while you're here on the earth. The Most High God has given you talent. He's given you resources, and you are to put those resources to work while he's gone. Let me hit you with this one. Okay? Traditionally, some of my notes. People who were rulers had servants or other noblemen who took care of their resources for them while they traveled. The Most High God, Yeshua Messiah, is gone. We know that he's gone. He's sitting on the right-hand side of the Father, up in glory, wherever that might be. And he's given us time. He's given us talent. He's given us gifts. And he's called us to put those things to work for him. Not going to get off into the sermon. The point of today is part 2 of 3 businesses that start you under $500. That can get started on the $500 is you can use your talent and time and start to get to those averages. Your first goal ought to be to replace your income. That way you can have an additional stream of income. That's the first goal. The second goal is to exceed, or if you're married, replace your spouse's income. Okay? And the third thing is to actually have a side business that can take care of you if you were to lose your traditional source of income, if you have a job or you have a career, if you're an entrepreneur like myself. I'm 100% of an entrepreneur. So my goal is I'm putting in place multiple streams of revenue, multiple streams of income. So each of my responsibilities can be paid for by more than one source of income. Okay? It's your man Earl. What time is it this morning? It's 7 a.m. in the morning. And we're getting it in. Why? Yes, we're in the midst of one of the greatest challenges that our country's ever faced. Why? Because I'm 46 years old. I've never lived through a quote unquote self-quarantine. Hey, I'm 40. I've never heard a president tell his countrymen, whether it be Democrat, Republican, Liberty Party, whatever you want to call it, I've never heard a president say self-quarantine. Now, maybe the baby boomers have, but I haven't. So I'm excited because guess what? I'm here at the house. I'm up early. I'm working. Why? Because I'm putting out the pink and purple God Can t-shirts. The ladies have been wanting it. Yes, I'm rocking the polo for my golfers today, but I'm putting them out this weekend. So today's Friday. I'm up early. Part 2 to 3 businesses that you can start for under $500. We're getting it in. Hashtag pink God Can. Hashtag purple God Can. Hashtag Ephesians 5:1 polo golf shirt. Hashtag no, let me give this one. Hashtag extra streams of income. That's a good one. Okay, this your man Earl. God bless you. God keep you. Get in your word. Morning meditation. Luke chapter 19, verse 13. Do business until he comes. God bless you. Peace.